What we're going to do is do a T-spine rotation, so a progression from what we did last week. Come onto all fours, so fingertips directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. I just want you to take your right hand to the back of your head, and then you're going to rotate the right elbow all the way into the left elbow. Open up towards the sky, and then lower back down. Now, as you're doing this, pull that navel in towards the spine. Keep pulling in from midline, pushing the ground away with that left hand. Let's do 5 more like this. Now, the more and more you repeat this, the more and more, hopefully, mobile you're going to be able to see, the range improve, and any restriction that you've got around the mid-back will start to dissipate. 2 more here. Beautiful. Drop that right hand down. Let's transfer straight over to the left side this time. Elbow all the way into the right elbow, and then rotate upwards. Now, one side may be a little bit more sticky than the opposite, but that's okay. Just figure out what your range of movement is good for you and go within that range. And remember, the more and more repetitions you do, the better you're going to feel regarding the range of movement. So consistency is key for this one. Good. 4 more here. Last 2. 1, beautiful. Staying into the all fours position. So slightly different to what we did last week with our cat cows. I want you to push the ground away, spread those fingertips nice and wide, and as you push the ground away, you're just going to arch that upper back ever so slightly. Draw that navel to the spine, and then I just want you to round the back, tuck your chin in towards the chest, keep pushing the ground away, really forcing the fleshy part of your hands into the floor. As you do this, tuck that tailbone in and draw the shoulders away from your ears. You're going to find that you're really pushing the ground away and you're tractioning the hands against the floor, and you may even find your forearms, biceps, triceps, shoulders engage here. Now, dropping into midline, so into that natural neutral position, push that chest through the pillar of those arms and tilt that tailbone up to the sky. As you do this, try not to drop the abdominals. Draw that belly button up and in towards the spine. So this is going to be, again, that contraindication where you're supposed to hang out your belly because you're rounding, but I really want you to draw that navel to the spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Push the ground away with our hands. Inhale, exhale. Open up the chest through the pillars of those arms. Draw the navel up and in. And then exhale. Chin to chest. Let's move a little bit more fluidly. Now that we've got some of the positions, you can pause at any point. You can pick up the pace, or you can just go into the natural fluidity of the movement and pause wherever you feel any niggles. Beautiful. Just do 2 more like this. Be mindful of the abdominals, drawing them in as you extend into cow. And just sit back into those heels, just giving yourself a little bit of a stretch with the back and the arms. Similarly to what we did last week, we're going to switch over onto our back. And we're going to go into dead bug variation. So feet hip distance apart, lower yourself gently to the mat. Taking a deep breath in, and then just rock your hip from side to side, and then forward and back. So you want nice neutral spinal alignment, pushing your back into the floor, and you're gonna have a soft arch to the back, yeah? So rib cage is down, hands straight up to the sky. You're going to lift your right leg up to tabletop, lift the left leg up to tabletop, pause here. Take a deep breath in and then draw that navel down towards the mat, tractioning and really pulling into that transverse abdominals. So we're just basically drawing our rib cage down towards our pelvis. And I can definitely feel this one because I'm trying to push my back, my lower back, a little bit more into the floor, my upper back into the floor. And pause here. We're going to do 5 leg extensions. So in this position, pull in everything from midline, extend the right leg just as far as it feels comfortable. Come back up, knee over hips. Just be careful it doesn't come further forward, extend the left. So we're going slow and controlled. If at any point this is a bit too much for your lower back, don't extend the foot so low to the ground. Or you can even drop the opposite foot that isn't working onto the floor. So you can get that little bit of support. Let's do 3 more on each side. Belly button is pulling in, rib cage drawing down to the pelvis. Keep breathing. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit shaky. Abdominals are pulling in. Everything is engaged. Last one. Slow and controlled. Tractioning the abdominals, the rib cage down towards the pelvis. Bringing both knees in towards your chest this time. And just ease up any tension by rocking from side to side. So again, we're really pulling in the way we are tractioning our abdominals, working into a transverse abdominals. So the layer below our 6-pack muscles. Just key for posture, right? So feet are back down and we're gonna take our hands alongside the floor. Take a deep breath in, pushing the ground away with our feet without lifting our hips just yet. I want you to feel the glutes, the hamstrings engage. In this position, really push the ground away with the feet. And it's almost like you're about to lift up from the floor. And you may pick up your glutes ever so slightly, but you're really close to the floor. You can still feel the floor with the glutes. You are drawing the rib cage down, dropping the shoulders away from your ears. Couple more seconds here. Keep tractioning. Let's really engage those hamstrings and glutes. Keep breathing. Now, if you're shaking a bit like me, oh, feels so good. Take a deep breath in, push the ground away with the feet, and then lift up into a bridge position. Let's hold here. So similar to what we did last week, we are causing isometric contractions. As we're drawing our hips up, we're pushing the ground away with our feet, an equal stance between the big toe, the little toe, the heels, making sure that that is engaging our hamstrings, our glutes. And we're gonna go for 20 pulses this time, but we're not gonna come all the way down to the mat. We are gonna go to about halfway. So we're gonna drop about halfway, lift straight up, drop about halfway. So very minute, hardly major movements here. And the reason is we really want to go into the extension. So we're pushing our feet into the floor and extending our hips, squeezing our glutes at the same time. So if at all you're distracted, bring yourself back into the present moment, squeezing the glutes, squeezing those thighs. So forget about the adductor machine. This is fantastic for getting those inner thighs, glute meads, protecting your knee, supporting the hip flexors if you felt tight at any point, if you're at a desk working. Just 10 more like this. Keep pulsing. Hopefully you're feeling the engagement of the glutes, drawing that belly button in towards the spine. Remember to squeeze the glutes at the top. 5 more from here. Last 5, 4, 3, keep pushing the ground away with the feet, 2. On that last one, we're gonna hold up, hold. Keep breathing. We're just gonna hold here for 30 seconds. So this is where you're really gonna feel the isometric contraction, pushing the ground away with the feet, tractioning the feet against the floor, causing those hips to rise up that ever slightly, opening up the hip flexors, squeezing the glutes. Just 8 more seconds here. You guys are doing fantastic. Inhale, and then exhale, slowly lower down from the top of the back all the way down towards the pelvis. Just windscreen wipe the knees if you felt any tension in that lower back. But you guys did fantastic. Great work. We're gonna flip ourselves over to our front this time, and we're gonna take an added progression to our plank exercises. So our plank isometric hold we did last week, we're gonna set up the same way. Fingertips nice and wide, pushing the ground away with those fleshy parts of the palms, extend the feet. Now that we've got our legs engaged, they are going to provide us with the support we need here. Take a deep breath in, squeeze the glutes, drop that pelvis down so you get a nice alignment from the heels, hips, and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. For the next 30 seconds, I want you to take your right foot outside of the right side of your mat. Come back in. Left foot to the left side. Come back in. Now just be wary. Keep going. Just be wary. We are not lifting our hips up. I want you to keep that alignment with the heels, hips, shoulders. Good. 10 more seconds here. Keep it strong. Keep pushing the ground away with the hands. We get to lie down after this. Beautiful. Dropping the knees if you want to. Lower all the way down to the mat. Whoo. Beautiful. Okay. Keeping our hands exactly where they are. So they should be alongside your nipples. Drawing, magnetizing the elbows together, feet together, engage the legs so they are nice and strong and your knees are lifted off the mat. Pull that belly button in. Take a deep breath in here. You can rest the forehead on the mat. I'm just going to raise my head up ever so slightly, and I want to raise my feet. Take a deep breath in here. We're going to hold here. Really engage the lower legs. Extend the feet. It's almost like you are merging the feet together. It's like you have one fin and you are extending that fin outward, drawing the glutes in, pushing the hips into the mat. Magnetize those elbows. Keep that upper body down so we are not lifting up through the upper body. Take another deep breath in here. Now you'll know if you're pushing into the hands when you take the hands away and reach for the back of the heels. Take a deep breath in here and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reach for the heels. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Beautiful. Lower with control and just flip over onto your back. So in this position, what I would like for you to do is come all the way back into what you prefer as a cross crunch. Now, taking the next step forward, we can either do the same that we did last week, taking our leg, crossing it over to the left side, or we can extend that leg up. So for those who are coming with me, raise your right leg, elevate that chest, so taking the head, neck and shoulders off the mat, and then we're going to rotate our left knee to the right, left elbow to the right knee, and then extend. So we're going to crunch and extend. Beautiful. Crunch and extend. Now you don't need to lengthen that leg so far down into the mat, but just to go where you feel semi-comfortable. Let's go for 5 more here. Drawing in that rib cage to the spine. Lower back is pushing into the mat. 2 more here. Last one, breathe. Lower down, press the right foot back into the mat and raise the left leg up. Lift up with the head, neck and shoulders. Rotate over to the left side and then lower with control. Keep it going. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good, 5 more here. Keep that leg straight as much as you can. Hopefully you're feeling that cross abdominal crunch. Widen those elbows out. Remember, if you don't contact the knee to elbow, do not worry about it. Mine isn't contacting, but I can definitely feel the abdominal crunch. Last one. Excellent. Lower down with control. Flip over to the one side this time. And we're going to go into that side plank modification. So knee is down, top leg is lengthened. So if you wanted to go straight into the modification we did last week, please do so. If you're coming with me, you're going to extend that bottom leg, raise that top arm up and over, top hip stacks upon hip. Squeeze the glutes. This will give you a little bit more emphasis on the height. And pull that navel in towards the spine. We're going to stay here for another 30 seconds. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reach with the fingertips. Extend with the toes. 20 more seconds. Keep pulling that navel in towards the spine. Last 10. Smile if you can. Keep working, keep squeezing the glutes. Beautiful. Lower down with control this time. Taking yourself over onto your front before we go over to the other side. And we're going to go into some reverse crunches. Again, working the erecti spinae muscles. Legs extend, toes together. Hands interlace at the back of your head. Take a deep breath in, widen those elbows up. And we're going to crunch up for 10. 9, lower and hover. 8, hover. 6, hover, elbows wide. 5, 4, legs are active. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lower down with control. Just swap sides this time. So you're coming over to the right side. Extend the feet, bend the bottom knee and extend the top leg, lifting yourself up, raising the top arm and then reach up overhead. So creating that nice long line, working into the obliques in an isometric way. So we did progress this from last week, and the reason is we're holding this top end position for a lot longer than we did last time around. So we're opening up our chest. If you can, look up under the elbow, under the armpit, lifting up from that bottom hip. Beautiful. Lower down with control. Let's go straight back into reverse crunches. So taking our forehead down, feet together, hands at the back of the neck. Take a deep breath in here and then open up the elbows nice and wide. 10 pulses into a hover. Lift, lower to hover. Lift, hover. Lift, hover. Squeeze the glutes, belly button in. Last 5, elbows wide. Last one. Beautiful. Push yourself back up to a seated position. Whew. I hope you enjoyed that one. It was really quick. It was really short, sharp session just to get that core engaged. And remember to look out for week 3. Next week, we're going to add on extra movements, some progressions that we just did from today. And don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the future videos. For those who want a more integrated version of coaching, if you find yourself stressed, especially after the holidays. There's more and more things on your to-do list. You're getting anxious, you're getting your state of anxiety up, and you're starting to see that in a physical way. You may be aching a lot more. You may be eating in an unhealthy way. There is a link in the description below. Please do contact me, because I do offer, and there is a few spaces left for my brand new program, Elevate Success Leadership Formula, where we go through habits and tools and tips that can support you on your journey to rise to the next level of success in your life, whatever that means to you. And we can't do it alone. No champion has got to be a champion without their team. So let me help you. Contact me, DM me if you want to have a free 30-minute consultation, and we can take you to the next level to lead a happier, healthier, more fulfilling life.